Hey everybody, great job, Yasher Koach, on the folks that planned this. It's an amazing event. So many people, can't hear? Is that better?
No.
Is that a little better? Yeah? All right. So Yasher Koach for planning this event. Really a great turnout tonight. And when Rob called me and said, hey, would you speak at the event tonight? If I would have known the turnout, I certainly would have said no. So thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. But seriously, Mazel Tov, Rabbi Davidovich and Dina, 13 years. It's an amazing achievement at the helm of our shul, and we're so lucky that the shul ultimately picked you guys. I remember 13 years ago now when you were interviewing for the role, you were in my in-laws' backyard, and I feel like our family talks about that quite a bit. It was quite poignant. I don't remember exactly why, but I think there was a deep connection that everyone built with you and Dina right away. And I remember Devar Torah, Rachel Brai is making fun of me, right? That I remember this Devar Torah. When you were interviewing for the role, I think it was a lunch or a shal shudis. Rachel and I were talking about it, we disagreed. I thought it was a shal shudis, she thought it was a lunch, but you were speaking about the connection of the Jewish people to money, right? Kind of cliche in some ways, but what you said was so poignant. You talked about the Jewish people having a connection to the physical world that's so much deeper, and that they appreciate the intrinsic value of the physical world. And that's why Jews have historically had success financially, because they understood the intrinsic value of physicality. And so after that shear, I was pretty sure you'd get the job. So thank God, you and Dina were chosen, and Mazel Tov on your leadership, and we appreciate it. So 13 years, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov, Steve. Amazing contributions to the shul, certainly in the realm of security, and also really even more being an exemplary young leader in our shul. And it's much appreciated. You and Alana have really added so much to our shul. So Mazel Tov. And of course, Tatie, Mazel Tov on this well-deserved award. I know this certainly makes you deeply uncomfortable, I can tell, shaking a little bit there, but it really is so well-deserved. So on a personal note, it's really a tremendous honor to speak about my father-in-law and present on behalf of my family and say a few words about my father-in-law, who really is more of a father than a father-in-law, to be honest. I know that the other in-laws, Chana, Jackie, Akiva, and Malach, really all feel exactly the same way. And we couldn't have been luckier to marry into the Ireland family. It's really been such a bracha. And honestly, having lived in my in-laws' basement, I would say that I would go back if I was welcome. I know my mother-in-law, she's rescinded that offer, so it doesn't seem like an option. But I would go back, just putting it out there, Mom, just in case. And, Tati and Mommy have guided all of us, their children, biological and otherwise, in so many different ways, with so much love and so much invaluable advice and support. Tati, it really is an exemplary Zaidi who knows how to make each of his grandchildren feel as if they are truly his favorite. And he loves nothing more than to make endless cups of chocolate milk, right, on Sunday mornings for each of his grandchildren, and make endless toasted bagels. So for that, Tati, we really appreciate it. You and Mommy have built such a beautiful family, and all of your children, all of their families are so close and love each other so much. We love spending time together, and all of us with our children. So it's really amazing, and you deserve this award so much, not only for your leadership of the shul, but for your leadership of our family. Tati, when I think about all the guidance and the love that you've given your children and grandchildren, and the dedication that you've shown our shul and our community, I feel that you embody the characteristics of Moshe's father-in-law, Yisro. And not because Yisro was great at making toasted bagels. So, many, many other reasons. To understand a bit about my wonderful father-in-law and what makes him tick, you have to understand a bit about my father-in-law's background. Tati comes from a proud family of dairy farmers in southern Ohio. They count themselves among the members of the Daughters of the American Revolution and of the First Families of Ohio. A family whose history is truly bound up in the story of America from its very beginnings, and can plausibly trace their lineage back to the Queen of England and Tecumseh, supposedly, as well as passengers on the Mayflower. So I'm not sure about the veracity of those claims, but it gives you an idea of the type of family that he grew up in. A family with detailed books of their lineage going back generations and generations, with names like Charrington and Westlake, and first names like George and Charles, and now those lists include names like Zechariah and Yeshaya. My father-in-law's background and his upbringing have made him into a person who takes responsibility. Responsibility for leadership of his family and his shul and his community. Someone who feels the pull of responsibility and obligation even after many others have decided they can no longer carry that burden. When Rabbi Shur passed away and the shul was left without rabbinic leadership, my father-in-law at the helm of the shul worked to fill the gaps and gain chizuk and advice from other rabbis in our community, as well as those in Rabbi Katz's kollel, especially Rabbi Nadav, here tonight, filled in quite a bit. All while searching the country for the best replacement for our beloved Rabbi Shur. I know how much effort and time he put into that search for a new rabbi because Rachi and I had just returned from Israel and we're living in our in-laws' basement, as I mentioned. It's a great time. And I saw how much effort Tatie put into the search for this new rabbi, how it consumed his nights and his weekends, and certainly his thoughts and tefillos. Baruch Hashem, we found the right one in Rabbi David Avich and Dina. My father-in-law's leadership and sense of responsibility are at the heart of every decision he makes. So Mazel Tov Ta, this honor is truly well deserved. And on behalf of your children and grandchildren, we love you. So come on up, I want to give you this wonderful award for lights.